What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on UFSU University. My name's Tam.
I'm Tyler.
What Study Hall is for the unenrolled is we take a bunch of your guys' UFS topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So, as you've noticed, I've had a costume change. I just got back from a work meeting and a recording part 3 about an hour and a half, 2 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
So, first two parts were about the PTC that happened this weekend, and this part 3, is going to be all about Sub-Zero. For all of you kids who don't know, with the new Soul Calibur set coming out, there is a 3-card combo, technically 4-card because we have to have an attack, that can give infinite speed and infinite damage to an attack. The foundations that we have to have in order to do this is we have to have at least one Honky Tonk Woman from Faye Valentine support. We have to have one Maternal Swordsmanship, and we have to have one Cryptic.
It's not Crypto the Necrodancer. That is a video game. That's the name I think of every time I see the card, though.
Cryptic. It should be here. It's like Chiromancer's Descendant. Boop, got it. Right. If you have these 3 cards and a 3 damage attack, you can take and do a loop that you can find a video on. We have a Sub-Zero Infinite deck profile on the channel, and kill people with 3 damage attacks. Whether that be like you can do 18 million speed and 18 million damage, and they got to just eat it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to check an 18 million and 5.
But no, you're gonna check a 6 when you blog with Cool and Focused.
Damn right. So yeah, tell me about this Sub-Zero Infinite. Good, bad? What are your feelings on it?
I think it is very good.
It's good that it exists, or the deck itself is good?
The deck itself is good. That it exists is very bad. Infinites are not fun.
Nope.
Especially infinites that are extraordinarily easy to make.
Yes.
I think it's under a symbol that has every answer in the world that you could ever want.
Totally.
And it's under a character that has also an answer.
Yeah. Out on Patreon, I haven't uploaded this yet as time of recording, but I'm probably just going to do that tonight. I have made a list that is an ever-growing list of every single answer/counter/speed bump that I can possibly think of inside of Standard currently to slow down this Infinite. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk about a couple of the answers and the reason that they're good versus not good. Things like Stone Man. Stone Man turns this off.
Yep.
They cannot do the Infinite unless they have a bang.
Right.
Or a bang. They have a bang.
Which they'll be playing 4 of.
Of course, they will be. Why would they not play 4 of that card? Something like Roll, except for the fact that Sub-Zero can turn off assets.
Mm-hmm.
He can flip a foundation to do that. Frozen Palace is an amazing answer. If they're bad and they play something like Flame Aura, it's bad. It's you can stop it. The thing about this is, like, my issue honestly with it is that it gives infinite damage.
Yeah.
If it gave infinite speed, I'd be down. If it made all of my 3 damage attacks, if I had a 3-card combo that said all of my 3 damage attacks were unblockable, I'd be down.
Yeah, that gives you a lot more time to be able to survive.
Totally. And it says that, like, you have to play a real game of UFS. So we played on stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I only ever had 1 attack the turns that I killed anybody. And I went 12-1. I only lost to Akuma, and it was because he opened the literal nuts. We were playing singular games, not matches, so we don't know how the match would have turned out. He opened the nuts, and he opened like 3 of the 1 diff, the +X, and so he was just able to kill me on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. That's UFS. But every other game that we played, it was handily Sub-Zero. Not even close. But we've got things like Big Cyclone existing in the card pool. And so if they ever use the enhance to give your stun attack +2 damage, if they ever do that, or they ever like attempt to discard a card out of your hand if you've built into Deadlock somehow with something along the lines of Face of a Monster or something like that, like you can throw this in the card pool. if the answers are turned off. You can pick up with an evening with Grin. You can pick up out of your league, and out of your league the response to unflip the cards.
Yeah.
So like these are the kind of things that I have on here. Diligent Worker. After you play your first card this turn, commit 2 of your opponent's foundations.
Sure.
That just commits the combo. Like there's a bunch of silence on your turn. Name a card if there's more than one copy of the named card in both staging areas. Flip all copies of that card. I'll name Cryomancer's Descendant. Flip all Cryomancer's Descendants.
Mm-hmm.
They can't unflip them all. S-Class Hunter commits the uncommittal card.
Motherly Swordsmanship.
Perfect. And even all the way to bad ones like James Stevens is gonna love it. Teosanai.
Yeah.
Form remove until the beginning of your next turn. Your opponent must commit 1 foundation as an additional cost to play any ability that modifies the speed of an attack. So if it plays an ability that could modify the speed of an attack, they have to tap 1. They have to commit 1.
So that if they want to do anything,
They have to commit an additional answer.
Yeah.
But there are a ton. There are. I want to say this list. I have 80-something cards, 60-something cards. We'll actually take a look.
Yeah.
Sorry, and I'm positive that I missed some. I have 85, and I know that I've missed Slashman.
Yeah.
Because Slashman wants response on both turns. Seal of Foundation.
Yeah.
So I'll be like,
yeah.
That one.
Yep. They have to do it.
Mm-hmm. It I have to do 2 of everything.
Yeah.
I think Infinite's are dumb.
I agree.
I think this Infinite can be fought, though. I think it's going to be the same way that, like, Twinkle Murdoch. How Twinkle Murdoch was not impossible to beat.
Right.
But, man, she was unfun.
She was. Yeah. I think this is... It's kind of sucky that it's a deck that you now have to put answers in. Because unless they ban it before Worlds, you do have to put some sort of answer into your deck to fight this.
And you have to have X plus 1 answers because Sub-Zero turns off a foundation or an asset. Yeah. As his first enhance, he'll flip a foundation he doesn't care about and then do that. So, like, actions are your best hope. And we now have a card underwater that says, like, remove. Maybe it says discard momentum, kill an action under the water symbol. 3/5 unique. Sounds neat.
I actually really like Frozen Palace. Like I never thought about that.
Yep. Frozen Palace is super, super good. Yamatama Dashi. Respond after your opponent readies a foundation during the combat phase, add it to their hand. When you add back in the Cryomancer's Descendant and you flip and ready it, put the Cryomancers back in their hands, the combo's over.
Yeah.
Like, there are options. There are tons of stuff that you can do.
Yeah.
But man, do I not want to play Yamatama Dashi in any of my decks. All Chaos or Water, I don't want to play that garbage. I don't want to play that.
There's 85 answers plus.
Mm-hmm.
There are only a few of these that I'm looking at that I'm like, yeah, I could just play that in the deck normally.
Yeah, and a lot of these are like something along the lines of like Ninja Outcast. Response to your turn after your opponent plays an attack added to their hand. That says that their reversal didn't work, so they didn't just kill you on your turn. And so you have one more chance to kill them on the next attack.
Yeah, which is something that you were definitely doing, like Skull Barrier.
I did it about
very easy.
half of the time of less like, oh, I got to block this with a Skull Barrier for free. You're dead.
Yeah, there was one turn where when I played the deck where I built it and I was like, well, he has the answers out right now, so I'm just gonna wait until my turn. And then he had to commit the answers. Like, oh, well, I guess I'll just kill him now.
Yeah,
it's very easy to do. Very easy.
It's super, super easy. But like the main thing that you have to do, it's almost like playing Heidi, playing against Heidi. But you know, it's almost playing against Heidi, where Heidi gets to tutor her options.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the Journey for the Sword of Legend or whatever, the Zhanghua Foundation,
right?
You add an attack to your hand, done. So you can you can overbuild and be like, I don't need an attack. I was reviewing attacks. Who needs them? Who needs them? You need one.
You need the 3 foundations. That's it.
Yeah, you need the 3 foundations. A way to get an attack. It's over. And then ways to protect it. And then with the Revenant card from the Sub-Zero starter deck that we weren't even playing. Enhance, seal your character, add a foundation from your discard pile to your hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we weren't even playing that card.
Wow.
It's my turn. I'll play this attack that I have another one in my hand, or I've got the 3-diff. I'll seal Sub-Zero because I don't care, and I'm gonna add this the last piece of the combo to my hand.
Cool.
All right, I'll play it. Your turn. I have a skull barrier. You're not allowed to attack me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we weren't even playing like an optimized version, and it was still 13-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you had to touch something to make this not happen, what do you touch?
I would say Cryomancer's Dissonant.
That's a starter deck card. Do you ban a starter deck card?
So the answer is either that, Honky Tonk Woman,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Honky Tonk Woman. So like, I think the easiest card to get rid of is Cryomancer's Descendant.
Okay.
It really sucks that it's a starter deck card, and I know Jason does not want to do that, but it's way better than banning a character that's a starter deck card.
Totally.
That's
out of the
that
question.
would
Sub-Zero
that would be, I think, the worst option.
Sub-Zero cannot be banned. It is
Yeah.
impossible for him to be banned because it's not his fault.
It's not. It's this combo. I don't think an errata could also work. So like
Errata saying what? Jason, Ryan, Luke, JT, Sean. I know you're all listening at the same time. You're all huddled around the computer. You've Skyped in JT. What are you doing, Tyler? You're fixing it, buddy, right now. How do you fix it?
I wanted to say a errata on Cryomancer's Descendant to be E, do all the stuff. I don't think E, do all the stuff, then destroy it would work. I don't know, though.
Just change the cost to remove and you're good.
That is, okay, sure. I guess that's the easy way out. Tam. Yeah. I think
Or you ban Honky Tonk Woman and this isn't an issue.
Sure. I
think Honky Tonk Woman is spectacular and it does everything that Faye wants to do. And Honky Tonk Woman is one of my favorite cards in the entire game.
I think I agree.
I love that card.
I think it's such a powerful staple in that symbol, though, that I don't want it to get banned.
We just talked about how Graveyard Recursion in this game, it might have been off camera just slightly, how Graveyard Recursion in this game is silly and it shouldn't happen. And that's Graveyard Recursion.
Yeah, but it's like...
It's selective graveyard recursion, but I have won many games off of the back of checking or discarding a card that I wanted in my staging area, like a God of Thunder or a Cryomancer's Descendant, and then pulling it back into my staging area and being like, whoop, here it is. I have the combo now. I'm going to kill. Oh, my God of Thunder is now in my discard pile. I've space landed on your attacks in order to find this thing that I want.
Yeah.
Like, it does everything Faye wants to do. But the only answer is ban Honky Tonk, errata Cryomancers to say remove, or errata Maternal Swordsmanship to say speed only and not damage. But then Zhanghua doesn't kill anybody. She already has an issue killing somebody.
Yeah.
Already. And so speed or damage and ready, that's totally fair in Zhanghua. The issue is that all three of these have created this perfect storm that if your name's Sub-Zero, you just infinite people.
Yeah. I want it to be Cryomancers because I think that it's the least used card
Out of everybody else?
out of everything.
Okay.
It's like it's the
lesser of all evils?
it's the card that if it basically never existed before this.
Totally.
Like there was a small loop that you could do.
That's because
wasn't that good.
Sub-Zero doesn't exist.
Sure.
Sub-Zero's
but like
not a deck.
but you can't ban Sub-Zero. You can't do anything to Sub-Zero.
No, you cannot.
Sub-Zero actually isn't the problem here. It's the fact that card says Sub-Zero only.
100%. So, if looking on here, we've already said Frozen Palace is cool. What's your favorite answer?
Besides Frozen Palace?
Yeah. And I've had a lot, and if you want to scroll, you can. Because I've got a couple. I got a couple cool ones that people haven't thought of. So, Dodge beats this combo.
Yeah.
They just dodge. They just blow their load on doing this thing, and you check a 5, and they can't quote unquote respond with it. You'll lose your 1, and then add part of the combo back to their hand.
Well,
So they have
hold
to
up,
out of
hold
your
up,
league
hold
this.
Up, hold up.
Yeah.
Dodge does not do it
What?
because you burn for half the damage.
I thought it was half as printed damage.
No, just lose X. X equals half this attack's damage. Round it down.
Well, now this is lame.
Yeah.
Now I'm taking dodge off the list, and I'm bummed.
Sorry.
All right, it's 58 cards. Well, then my answer is going to be towering over rivals. Enhance destroy. Both players destroy one of their opponent's committed foundations. They have to have something that can commit, or else when they bring the card back in with Honky Tonk, they bring the Descendant back in, you just pop it. There were plenty of times in the combo that I just had these 3 cards, and I had a bunch of face downs or a bunch of cards that couldn't commit. They can't combo if I have towering over rivals down. They have to seal that card, which means they didn't seal something else, like Living Pendulum. Living Pendulum cancels it. Damnation cancels it. Probably one of the best answers for Chivalry and Honor, and that has the Earth symbol on it. For Chivalry and Honor says that it can't gain any damage.
Yeah.
Which means that it's just what I said, which is
Sure.
Any Means Possible. What does this card do? Any Means Possible.
Oh,
It's
God.
it's a
it's a
BB
card-
Hood card.
It says that it gets 2/2 and no more bonuses can be given.
Damn right. First
Yeah.
enhanced commit. This attack gets 2 speed, 2 damage, and may not receive any damage bonuses or penalties. Does it say and penalties?
No, just can't receive any more bonuses.
Neat. That's very good.
Yeah. It means that they have to have 2 attacks.
What about you? What are you saying?
I'm liking all the stuff that like actually gets it off the field.
Yeah.
Like the things that just say that
You get a turn.
that you get a turn or that it's still there. I just got to do a little bit more to mess with it.
Yeah.
I don't like those answers because they don't actually fix the problem.
Totally.
They just mean like, oh, well, I guess I'll just kill you with reversal or survive this next turn.
Yeah.
You only had one answer.
Shiten Ketsu is really good on defense because after your opponent commits, destroys, flips, removes, or seals one of your cards that cancel it. So this is an in-hand answer to Sub-Zero trying to answer you.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've got this answer in my hand. I've got Overly Dramatic on my field. Okay, you're going to seal it? I'll cancel the seal. You flip the foundation for no reason. There are answers. And then you have to play a missile launcher and kill them. But, like, there are answers.
I think the best answer is Frozen Palace, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just at the start, both players seal?
Yeah. I'm just going to... Because Sub-Zero can't stop that. He has to then make it so that he has 2 of the answers out. And then this is the thing that he has to seal, like, right away. So that if he has 2 of an answer out, you don't seal the second one.
The other big answer that we have is Hand Cannon.
Yeah.
Hand Cannon says they can't honky tonk anything back in.
Right, but that also requires you to have Insect Puppeteer.
Totally.
So, like, that's the first thing he seals, so you have to have 2 Insect Puppeteers.
Mm-hmm. Or 2 answers. And
Yeah.
Puppeteer is just something that can always... if they don't hit Puppeteer, you can do whatever other answers. You can revoke. You can whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've used it. Fused with Lilith says enhanced commit this attack's speed of 6 or greater, no more enhances can be played. So they have to pump all of their damage, and then they have to pump all of their speed.
Yeah.
And as soon as they get to 6 speed, you commit this, and now you commit it while the combo is not happening, and now they don't get to do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
And so, like...
Yeah.
The best thing to do is to stop the response and force them to play out of your league. And here's why.
Why?
For the way the combo works. So I flip +2 speed ready a card. I flip Honky Tonk, respond, destroy, attempting to build in the top card of my discard pile.
Right.
If you cancel that response and they have to cancel it with an out of your league, they make a check.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they have to build the top card, the card they checked in.
Okay, yeah.
It will still unflip these 2,
Right.
but they'll build in the card that they just tried to. This doesn't work if they have a second Honky Tonk.
But it does work if they check an attack.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or if Correct. If they check an attack, yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Then they have to have a second Cryomancers.
Yes. So, like, as I said, there are outs.
Right.
But none of them feel that great.
Right. It's a lot of whoever has the most amount of outs.
So here's what I have to do, because we're gonna cut this off because there's not actually much more we can say. Please test versus this deck. Please test on stream. Test and give matches. Give your input. Give your feedback. This is an unfun mechanic. I don't like this mechanic, but it can be beat. It can be. If we decide, if Jason and the team at Jasco, if Ryan and the team at Jasco, if JT and Luke and Sean, if everybody at the Jasco says that this is okay, deal with it. I have a list. Play test. Just play test. Grind and grind and grind, and you'll find a ratio, just like we found a ratio with Liu Kang. Liu Kang was an issue. Liu Kang was almost as heartless as this. Liu Kang just, like, at least he did all of your life total, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At least he didn't go, do you have it? I've got it.
Yeah.
Neat.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if there was a day one errata with something.
With when it comes out?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, we don't even have these cards yet.
Right.
You're right. So with that, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on Sub-Zero Infinite in the comments down below, whether it be on the YouTube page or the Facebook page where we're going to post this. Either one, I'd love to get a bit of a conversation going. Let your voice be heard. Do you agree with that the Infinite should exist? I would love to hear a camp where you do say, hey, this is just like Heidi. Heidi's not fair. Heidi says auto win. Why shouldn't this exist too? I'd love to hear people in that camp as well. So with that, on to topic 4.